Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. If you're here today, you're in for a treat because this is a special edition of the Rundown with Ramon, where we're going to talk all about the aspects of book publishing. Now, why am I talking about book publishing, book marketing, etc.? One of the most often things I hear, and I hear a lot of things, is by business owners and regular people saying, Ramon, I have a story to tell. Just a few days ago, I was at the airport and I talked to not a flight attendant, but somebody worked the airline, and she's like, I have my story. And guess what, Ramon? I've written 3 books. There's something about books. I have books behind me, my book, Celebrity CEO, and other books that I read, my friends have written. People like to tell their story. There's something about the tactile feel of a book in the hand. I have books on my bookshelf here. I can pull out a number of books. Profit First by my friend Mike Michalowicz, and I can go on and on and on. Millions of you may have read that. My own book, Celebrity CEO, and I can go on and on and on about the power of books. And so I thought today, why don't I talk a bit about the power of book publishing, why you may want to consider writing your first book, or why you may not. So a few tips I'm going to share about book publishing, which could be useful for you. And then we're going to dive in here and interview with a friend of mine who she talks about book publishing. But again, welcome. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, and usually I give you 10 eclectic tips and insights. But today I said, you know what? I wonder how it would be if I served up something a little different to the Rundown with Ramon audience and help them understand the power of what it is to get into book publishing. So I wanted to do that, and I wanted to touch on one, why would you want to write your first book? One, books give you credibility. Having a book in hand, it's like something juicy. Even though there's millions of books out there, when you have a book in hand, it's like, ooh, people take notice. So that's one reason why you might want to have a book, because it instantly gives you credibility about what you're doing, about who you are. Even the book is crappy inside, maybe the book's not so good, just by the fact that you have a book, it gives you that certain realm of cachet that other experts and authors and more may not have. So books give you credibility. Ding, 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 ding. Number 2, don't do a book to make money. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money from a book, but what I am trying to say is that if you're going from a book to be the next bestseller, most people don't make money with their book. Most people do a book, as my friend Seth Godin says, as a gift to others to share. Think of a book that way, as a gift to others. Now, you can make money from your book. I made money from my book, Celebrity CEO, and other books that I've written. But it's, people like Tom Clancy, Seth Godin, big authors like that who make the big bucks with the book. But other ways to use your book to get money is to leverage your book for publicity and press and PR. Number 3, your book is a big digital business card. Yeah, you can have regular business cards, but I carry 2 or 3 copies of my book everywhere I go. And that special person I meet on an airplane, that special person I meet at an event, I can pull it out and say, hey, here's my book about this particular topic. So your book is a big digital business card. Develop a marketing plan way in advance as you're doing your book. Don't just do your book willy-nilly, but develop a marketing plan way in advance as you're doing your book, because writing the book and publishing the book is one thing. But if you write the book and nobody reads it, do you hear crickets? It doesn't make any sense. So you want to develop a marketing plan way in advance. Use your book to get publicity. Use your book to get on TV, to get on radio, to get in magazines, to get in blogs, to get a next podcast. Use your book as an anchor to get you to the next place. So you may have a book inside you. The cover of the book does matter. I've seen some book covers, and you can smell that they were like done by just kind of somebody on like an old-fashioned typewriter in the back of the room in the bottom of the sea. You know what I mean? It looks kind of just janky. It doesn't look good. So invest in your book and help your book to look good. Have a professional layout of your book. This is something that people sometimes may omit, but I encourage you, as you're thinking, as you're doing your first book, take the time to have somebody professionally lay it out so it looks nice and crisp and tight. And even though your book may be self-published, your book should be just as good as anybody else's book. Now, next up, bestseller status is nice, but not everyone has to have bestseller status. And again, getting bestseller status on Amazon is a bit easier, but don't just go for the numbers. Also go for the impact. Your book can keep selling for years. My friend, Phil M. Jones, he has a book out called Exactly What to Say. His book is here, one of his most famous books he's written, Exactly What to Say. And this book has come out some time ago, but it's sold in a variety of ways, in a variety of people, in a variety of channels. The book just keeps on giving. He sells it over and over and over again. So just because you've written a book doesn't mean, hey, the book is over. You can sell that book as you go to conferences, as you go to events, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope that gives you some insight. I hope that gives you some hope about the power of writing a book. Tell your story, but more importantly, now you can write a book just to tell your story. Yes. You can write a book just to tell your story. And whether people read it or not, I don't know, because, people want to know, it's not so much your story, but they want to know, how does it help them? That's what they want to know. How does it help them? So I'm going to bring up an insight from somebody who's from Beyond the Book Media. And I want her to walk through about 7 minutes or so. And I'm going to pause it every now and then, because this is what I would do. In the Rundown with Ramon, we're all about how you can live your best life or build a better business. I'm going to break in with this. And on the Rundown with Ramon, a special segment here, I want to share with you the hope you can get from having your own book. So let's run through this and give some insights that you can have about publishing your first book. Here we go.
And I am the founder of Beyond the Book Media. And today we're going to talk about 5 ways to quickly turn your brand into a book. Here are the things we're going to discuss. Number 1, why you need to go from brand to book. Number 2, where to find your content. Number 3, tips and tools to convert it into a manuscript. And number 4, how to pull it all together quickly.
So those are the key things. I want you to keep tight. And again, this is my friend from Beyond the Book Media, and she's walking us through some steps and some reasons why you may have your book. Listen in.
Let's start with number 1. By not having a book, you are literally leaving money on the table. Your brand needs a book because it, number 1, showcases your authority in your niche.
Didn't I tell you that? The book showcases your authority, showcases your niche. These are reasons why you want to have a book. Don't keep that inside you. Don't worry about the sale. Sales are important, but you want to showcase your authority. You want to showcase your credibility. You want to showcase why you're the person that can help somebody get to the next level, or why you're the person that can identify with somebody, pull them out of their depression, pull them out of their despondency, if that's your story, or give them a tip or tactic with how you solve the solution. So there's many reasons to do a book. Let's keep listening.
If your market is overcrowded, you can stand out with a published book. Number 2, it expands your brand credibility and reach. Your book will travel places before you get there.
That's a nugget. That is insight. Doing your book is only so many places you can travel, but you can publish a book and have it spread and have it reached by thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So remember, as you're doing your book, it's like planting seeds that can go before you, and maybe you can get your next speaking deal about doing your book. Let's keep listening.
Number 3, it will create reoccurring streams of revenue. Your book can make you money in your sleep and open you up for more opportunities.
Haven't we talked a lot about this on the Rundown with Ramon? I've shared with you tips and insights and et cetera from people who've talked about how to have a side hustle. Publishing and writing a book is not that hard. Yes, you can go from a big New York City publisher. They can give you a big advance. But most of us, you can do self-publishing. Self-publishing you can do, put that on Amazon, put that through Barnes & Noble, other channels, and you can sell the book that way or use it as a hook to get to other places. Let's keep listening in.
And number 4, you can build an entire infopreneur empire. Expand your book into multiple info products. I have seen where people have turned one book into a podcast, into an online course, into a training or workshop, into a keynote and a speech, into multiple digital products, and so much more.
Didn't I just tell you that? Phil M. Jones, the author of Exactly What to Say, he talked about that. Now my friend from beyondthebookmedia.com, she's telling you that as well. This is how you can grow your business or live your best life. You have one little book, put into a podcast, put into a blog post, put into an article, use it as a hook for other things. So again, am I saying it's easy? No, but I'm saying it's within you that you can do it too. Let's keep listening.
Now, here are 5 places you can find your book. And you probably already have access to at least one or two of these places. Number one, podcasts. What podcasts are you currently speaking on or do you currently host? Number two are webinars. What trainings have you hosted? Number three, live streams. What lives do you have out there on Facebook or YouTube land? Number four, sermons and speeches. If you regularly speak or if you are a pastor or a minister at a church, your book is probably already loaded up and ready to go in those sermons and
So before you go sermons and speeches you're talking about, but I wanted to dive in here because many people often say to me, many people often ask Ramon, I don't know what I'm going to say. Ramon, I don't have the content. Ramon, I don't know really what I want to do. But this is the nugget. Many of you are already speaking. Many of you are already talking. Many of you are already going forth with these things. It's inside you. You just have to get it out into book form. I get excited about this. I get very excited about publishing a book because again, I've written 5 books and I find that books are that gift that just keeps on giving. Let's keep listening.
speeches. And number 5, blog posts and emails. If you frequently write blogs or send out emails, you'd be surprised how much content that you can create a book from what you've already written.
And I've done this so many times. Seth Godin has done this. Seth Godin has his book, This is Marketing. And much of the material, I don't think all of it, but it could be much of the material, is a compilation from his blogs. He's already written thousands and thousands and thousands of blogs. So your next book can come from the content you've already written. I encourage you, stop limiting yourself. Stop having limiting beliefs, self-defeating beliefs that you can't do it. No, writing a book is a gift. Writing a book is a journey. And for that matter, go to sethgodin.com, look up book publishing, look up authors, things like this. You'll get his top blog posts written for authors. Listen, I'm all about this because I hear people all the time, Ramon, I have a story to tell. Ramon, I have something to say. And there's 2 kinds of things. You may have a story to tell that's something special to you. You may just want to birth and get it out there just to have that in hand and share it and give it away. Or you could be a business person that wants to take your thought leadership and you want to package it so others can learn from you. Others can grasp the information that you're sharing and others can learn what you're doing and use it as a way to generate money for your business. Let's keep listening.
Now that I've given you a list, I want you to think about what do you have available from that list and how fast can you access it? Now, once you access it, you're going to need to get organized. Number 1, put it all together for easy access.
Put it all together. So organization, I must say, is one part of a book. Many people tell me, Ramon, I find it very hard to do a book. I find it hard to publish a book out of the time. Well, yeah, you can get somebody to do it for you, a ghostwriter, whatever it is, but organization is a good part of doing it. I've written a few books, and the more organized you are, whether it's sticky pads, going to a log cabin somewhere and writing it, typing it in a computer, writing it by hand, whatever it is, organization is one part of that book writing process. But I want to tell you this. You may be a grandmother listening today. You may be a college student listening today. You may be an accountant listening today. Whatever you are in life, a book can be that vehicle that you share your insight, your story with the world just for the satisfaction that you did it or to make money for your business. Let's keep listening.
Put all the links to the blog posts, the podcast, etc., into one Google Doc for easy access. Next, you want to find the common theme. Can you create a story from it? Will it help others? If you did a live series on 5 ways to grow your business, you could create a book on 5 ways to grow your business.
Now, did you hear that? Will it help others? I find this is one way that people kind of stumble and fall a bit. They write the book and they write so much of it for themselves, but realize the best books in the world, yes, you can do a book for yourself and print out one copy and put it on your shelf, but the best books in the world are about what? It's what does it mean for the reader? How is it helping their life? How is it helping them be a success? This is the key. How is it helping them be a success? Says the founder of Beyond the Book Media. She's saying, how can it help other people? If you're just writing a book for yourself, you're just writing a book for your own interest, yeah, I guess you can do it. But as you're thinking of that book, yes, it could be your story, it could be your insight, but I want you to put that on paper or put that down and write, this book I'm writing, how is it going to help somebody else? This is important. Let's keep listening.
as long as you organize the content. Next, you want to make sure that you can break that out into chapters. Think about the different topics that you are discussing and write them down. Finally, you want to use technology to write fast.
Okay, technology to write faster. So I wanted to break in here. She's talking about putting the book into chapters. This is an important aspect. You have all the things together, but now there's some organization that needs to be done to break the book into logical chapters. I can go again, I can pull off books in my bookshelf. There's another book here by Elaine Fodelt. Poe Felt. She has a book here called The $1,000,000 One Person Business. And you look at her chapters, nicely organized, nicely outlined as I go through this. The $1,000,000 One Person Revolution. What makes $1,000,000 one business work? What business could you start? Make it happen. Keep getting smarter. Realize and reset your vision. And she goes on. So the chapters in the book are very important. Are they logically laid out? I have my book. Where's my book here? Put it here. My book. Grab it here. Celebrity CEO. I have different chapters of my book. Let's see here. The Making of a Celebrity CEO, Personal Branding 101, Fish in a Small Pond, Insight from Experts. Part number 2, Your Toolbox, Website, and more. So the chapters you write, what the chapters are doesn't matter, meaning what you label them. Let me rephrase. It does matter, but the key is you want a logical order so the reader can go through your book and they can learn from you. So I hope this is interesting. I hope this is helpful. I'm going to continue on with this discussion or the insights from my friend, founder of Beyond the Book Media, and let's keep going on here.
Now, this is for all of my podcasters, right? My streamers. If you already have video content, you can use transcription services to transcribe the content. Also, you can use AI technology to help you flush out some of those thoughts and get organized.
This does not have to be hard, people. Leverage the power of technology, not only, of course, to build a better business, not only to maximize your day. We talk about a lot of productivity on the Rundown with Ramon. And thanks for being here again, everybody. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, author 5 books. And the Rundown with Ramon, 30 minutes of your time to get the top 10 tips you need to know to grow your business. Today, I want to take a slight deviation, and I want to bring in some extras from time to time to give you some tips and insights that can practically help your business. We'll talk about health and finance and nutrition and more. But everybody, not everybody, let me rephrase, many of you have a book inside you. And the technology platforms we have today are so prevalent that, again, using the power of AI to help you, using the power of productivity software, using Google Docs, Microsoft, there's so many tools you can use, narration tools and all kinds of things that you can bring your book, poof, to life. All right, let's keep listening. Again, thank you to our friends at Beyond the Book Media for helping us put this together.
Next, you want to pull it all together. Of course, this goes without saying. You need to read it through for clarity.
Clarity is so important. Nobody wants some janky book on the bookshelf that don't make any sense. As I was doing my own book, Celebrity CEO, I was writing it, doing it myself, and my publisher at the time, a hybrid publisher, I paid to have them help me get the book out. They're like, Ramon, let us help you get with an editor that can put it together. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I used an editor to help me put the book together. And she took some of the pieces and shifted them around, suggested some chapters. And the book is a good book. It sold a lot of copies. So as you're thinking about your book, as you're thinking about how you can make a better impact in the world, definitely let somebody help you lay it out so it's cohesive and it makes sense as people are reading it. Remember, it's very hard as an author to edit yourself. It's very hard as an author to be the creator yourself and do everything yourself. It's nice to have people who can back you up, who can help you get to where you need to get to. I hope you're enjoying this. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. If you're just joining, this is the Rundown with Ramon, a special segment. We're helping you understand, should you publish your own book? Why should you publish your own book? If you're liking this, have other tips for me on the Rundown with Ramon, DM me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Let's keep going.
Some transcription services are only about 90% accurate. You want to make sure that you go through it line by line to make sure it reads well. You also need to stay the course and stay focused. The easy part was gathering the content. You will need to spend some time developing the storyline.
Developing the storyline. And do you hear that word? The word that often is a challenge for me is focus. Focus. Something I don't do so well. Squirrel, I need to do better, but focus. As you're writing your book, keep plodding on, keep going on to get to the next level.
Next, you'll also need to have accountability. Never write alone. It's too easy for you to give up during that process.
Now, she knows, and I know after written several books, that it's easy to give up. But an accountability partner is so important, because if you have an accountability partner, if you have someone who's helping you reach your goals, helping you get to the next level, that means there's a greater chance that you'll finish the book. Imagine not having an accountability partner. It's really hard to do this, but if you have an accountability partner, says Chanel Martin, right? Beyond the Book Media, Chanel. If you have an accountability partner, you can go through it. An accountability partner is not just for a book, but accountability partner is great for many things we're doing in life: your health, your fitness, being a better father, being a better human, right? So we may not call these things accountability partners, but people that can hold our hand and help us get to the next level. Let's keep listening.
Let someone know that you are writing a book, or you can join a writing program such as Brand Author Academy. Use your outline. Don't try to free write. When it's done, it's done. Your outline is your roadmap.
Outlines are important. I want to underline that. An outline. What does Chanel say? It is a roadmap. The outline is a roadmap. So if you're just trying to write a book and you go on a typewriter or a keyboard, whatever you're writing, having an outline, it keeps you disciplined. It keeps you focused. Again, if you're just joining, this is The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, 5-time entrepreneur, written 5 books, sold 3 companies. DM me, Ramon Ray Smart. Also, let me know if you're loving this segment, if it's helping you build your business. What we promise you in The Rundown with Ramon is we help you build your life or build your business. A little special segment, special episode. I wanted to help you understand how you can write your book. I've written 5 books, and I was like, you know what, Chanel, maybe this could be interesting for The Rundown with Ramon, and I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Let's keep moving on. How you can write your book. And again, this is for business owners, or maybe you're not in business. You just, hey, Ramon, I have a story that can help somebody through their grief. My friend Stars Tina, she has a book called No More Traumedy. Her son was killed, son was murdered some years ago, and she wrote a book talking about how she fought through that. So many of us have a book inside of us. And again, this is Chanel from Beyond the Book Media.
From start to finish for your book. Hopefully those 5 tips help you, and now you realize how quickly you can turn your brand into a book. If you would like help with turning your brand into a book, you can contact us at beyondthebookmedia.com, and we would love to connect with you.
All right, Chanel, thank you so much for that. I hope you all enjoyed that. This, again, is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon, helping you understand that you can grow your business. It is within reach for anybody. If you're liking this content, I do encourage you to join me at zoneofgenius.com. And I want to remind you of something here. Be clear on what you really, really want. I know I say this in each and every show. What do you really, really want? Because if you're clear on where you're going, you're clear on what you want, the chances of you getting there are much, much higher the more clarity that you have. Number 2, ask yourself, do you want to be in business? Maybe entrepreneurship, being in business, is not for you. That's okay. Work for a company. Volunteer at a charity. Well, you got to make money, of course. But everybody does not have to be an entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't have to be. I know everybody around you, it seems, is. You see it on Shark Tank and etc. But maybe it's not for you. There's no music, there's no soundtrack in life or business. This is not Shark Tank with a commercial break or the show you're watching right now. No, this is reality. This is reality. And so you have to sometimes cheer yourself, because there may be no one cheering you. Ask yourself, are you hungry enough? I find that one thing I see with entrepreneurs, sometimes I think they need a little more hunger to go where they want to go and be who they want to be and get to that next level. Are you hungry enough? Your pricing. I find that the other struggle that many business owners have is we price our prices too cheap. You're wondering, why am I not making a profit? Why am I not making much money? Because your margins are too narrow. Your margins are too narrow. That's why you can't live and be the person you want to be. Number 3, as I end each show, and I often say, what do you do best? When you find out what you do best, when you find out how you can be the person you want to be, when you find out what you're skilled at and that somebody will pay you for the solution they need to your problem, now, as they say, you're cooking with grease. That's the life you can live. Go today and tell somebody that you care for them. Go today and tell somebody that you're glad you're there. Go today and encourage somebody. Go today because the world is so much full of angst and sorrow. We need people who can be cheerleaders. We need people who can be encouragers. We need people who can tell somebody you matter. We need people who can tell somebody I care. We need somebody who can tell somebody go forth and go on. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Entrepreneurship is tough. It takes the right mindset to grow a business, to continue going forward. I've talked to thousands of entrepreneurs, thousands of business owners, helping them start and grow their business. And this is the Rundown with Ramon, what we do to help you live your best life or grow your business. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Be blessed. Again, this is the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for watching.